So, oops. We did another oopsies. Besides being a ferret person, I've always been a dog person, with cats not being super on my radar. Until Loki Kitty. And then it all went downhill from there. Meet Thor. So, like Loki, Thor was a stray kitty who showed up around December 8th, I believe was the day. He was a lone kitten all by his lonesome. Tried catching him a couple times, but he definitely was not people friendly and ran off. And the one time I almost grabbed him, he definitely scratched my hand pretty good. Not my brightest idea. He definitely didn't have a home, and he kept sleeping next to this tree every single night. Hi, hey. He's like, can I be the star? No, you can't be the star. Thank you. You've had your own welcoming video. A couple weeks ago, he actually went into our little screened-in tent that we have outside and got himself stuck in there. I heard him meowing, and I could hear something in there, and I kind of peeked my head in there and saw him. And I was like, oh my gosh, what a perfect opportunity. So I grabbed my heavy-duty gloves and went in there and closed the screen behind me and captured this little nougat. He was not happy. Very feral, scratching, biting, and basically was going to do whatever he could, even if it meant hurting himself, to get away from me. So I put him in one of my spare pet carriers and didn't really have a plan at that time. Now, Loki Kitty gets some time outside to play and run around, and he's really good at staying around here. Usually I'm outside with him, and he's quite a few stray cats. Little Orange Fluff Ball is the only cat that Loki actually would play with. So, little Orange Fluff Ball here started actually following Loki around everywhere. It was really adorable. When I caught him, I thought, well, maybe we can at least go get him neutered, get him his rabies vaccine, and then maybe let him go, because they do TNR, which is trap, neuter, and release around here a lot, because there's a lot of stray cats in the area. And then after having him in his carrier for a little while, I actually got brave and kind of stuck my hand in there and was actually petting him right away. So then I'm like, he actually would maybe do good in someone's house. You know, I always feel bad for all the stray kitties. Yeah, fuzzies all over there. I always feel bad for all the stray kitties in the area. You know, they're sleeping outside, and I get it. A lot of them are now to the point where they're feral. And I'm like, well, if I can get him not feral, then at least he would maybe have somewhere warm to sleep instead of sleeping out in the cold. And this was actually maybe like 3 days before we got like 24-degree nights. So it would have been really cold outside, buddy. Then I was talking over with my husband. My husband hated to see him go somewhere else because, like I said, him and Loki were actually pretty good friends. About a week before catching Thor, our 19-year-old cat Midnight unfortunately did pass away. Honestly, it was really a combination of timing between Midnight's passing and this little dude accidentally getting stuck in our screen room tent, which really made this possible. I don't think we would have tried juggling 3 cats, and we've tried catching them many times and it was never possible. So it honestly just really worked out. And he's really digging indoor life, as you can see. It'll be the first week he was definitely afraid, but he was no longer scratching, biting, and running from us. So almost like he was kind of shut down and afraid. And he spent most of his time hiding in that hole there. Now that he's been here for a couple weeks now, he loves sleeping on the bed or on the blankets back here, and he'll like sprawl out, and it's the cutest little thing. He went from sleeping right next to this tree, just in this pile of pine needles, out in the open, so close to the road. It was sad. I mean, at least most of the other stray cats go into the woods and go find somewhere else to shelter versus just sitting out in the open. But every single night this cat was here. It was crazy. I don't understand. We played around with some name ideas. Thor seemed the most obvious because we have our Loki, and Thor and Loki are adoptive brothers. So, of course, these two being adoptive brothers in our eyes, it just seemed to be perfect. So, we have a Loki, and we have a Thor. So we definitely can't wait to show you more of this kitty duo on our channel. What are you doing over there?